Hey everybody, it's Rob. Now, I have a couple tips that I want to share with you today. I'm here to tell you that making a good film is only a small fraction of what it takes to have a good reputation in the industry. So today I'm going to give you 6 tips that I think everybody should be doing if they're in the filmmaking world to give themselves a better reputation. And this goes for everybody, not just producers, but hosts and directors and sound people and editors. In fact, these are the things that I've learned on all different types of productions, from big ones where I'm a host, to me where I'm a small one-man band in the rainforest working with clients, to hiring a bunch of people myself and trying to make a production. This is part of a whole series of filmmaking tips for people who are going to be working with me and for me. Take note on these 6 tips. First thing, make sure that your glass is always half full.
Oh, look at that. Do we need a piece on mud? That's actually a flip-flop on there.
It basically means think of everything positively.
We got Dream Team crew here right at the moment.
Here's an example. If you're an editor, you say you're not out in the field with people, yet every time you get the footage from the producer and the camera people, you complain about it.
The white balance is way off and the sound is crappy. What were you doing out there?
Now, if I'm the producer, I don't really like to hear that because I was out in the field and I did the best that I could. The crews that are the best are the ones where everybody is trying to help out the other person, trying to make everybody else's life easier. Because you know what, in the end, that's what you want to do. You want to work with people who are fun to work with. Secondly, present yourself well. Now this probably seems ridiculous because why should it matter what you wear when you go to a set and how you present yourself? Well, the reason for that is that we all work for clients in some form or another. If you don't work for clients ever, you don't work for clients, then you can ignore this step.
Actually, what we should do is you should be just in your underpants and we should put a little fuzz over the side.
Next, anticipate. So say you're the camera person and you only take the shots that the director tells you. You're not anticipating what might be a good angle and trying to make the director's job a little bit easier. 4, don't talk badly about your last job. Now, this happens all the time, of course, but if you're, say, a producer and you're listening to somebody talking about how X, Y, or Z job was just terrible and the people didn't know what they were doing, well, it makes you a little bit worried sometimes that they're going to talk badly about you on their next job, and nobody wants that. So just don't do that. Next, have a good work ethic. Work ethic is obviously really super important in a job like this because you're working long hours. Sometimes you're doing 12 hours out in the field. If one person starts slacking, then the rest of the crew is like, hey, I'm working harder than that person. That's not cool. And you're going to get a little frustrated with the person that's being lazy because everybody else has got to work a little bit harder.
The hardest song out of our 48 signed songs that we're recording right now, and it's almost 11:30 at night. So.
6, take critiques graciously. Now the reason this is important is that you want honest feedback. For instance, if when someone says,
oh, you know, I didn't like what you were doing with the music at this part,
or something like that, and you say,
but what I was doing was,
and you start defending yourself, then people are going to stop giving you honest feedback because they're going to be like,
you know what, it's not worth my time to try to give you my feedback. You know, we're all in this filmmaking business together. So you know what? Yeah, it was fine. Great.
What you're looking for, though, is trends. If you send this film out to a bunch of your friends, and a lot of your friends say, I didn't really like the beginning of the film, then maybe you should look at the beginning of the film and make an adjustment. But if people just, like one random person, didn't like something in the film, you don't have to change that. Of course, the same goes for YouTube comments. Just take the lump sum of those comments to heart. If they all say you're an idiot, then maybe make your next film like less idiotic. All of these are really important just for building your reputation, because that's the most important thing. If you're in the industry, you're going to be getting jobs via word of mouth. So those are my 6 tips. I'm curious what make your top lists. Leave them in the comment section below. I obviously have lots of different tips that I think, you know, would make you a good filmmaker. I have most of those in my new book right here. More basic videos coming up soon. Stay tuned, subscribe. We'll see you in the next video. Hey everybody, today I'm going to talk about macro filmmaking. That's taking video of very, very tiny things. So it's our last day in the Amazon.